read. So bittersweet. Huh? Keep losing sleep while driving in the backseat. What's left of me? Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter. Lose gravity, I'm swimming in the quicksand. Up to my knees. Keep losing sleep, I'm manic dream at midnight. So hard to please. Drowning in what feels just like an ocean. Negativity is getting closer. Hard to keep the heat when it gets colder. You know, sometimes everything just gets hard. Sometimes everything just gets harder. Feeling like I'm missing some parts. Days just keep on getting much darker. Even when I'm down in the lower, I remember what you were saying. Sometimes all you need is a spark. Maybe just a better kind of bitter. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby, ooh. Think about the stuff we play. How I'd rather do that instead. I keep screaming out loud from the top of my lungs, baby.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, wife too. Don't turn this to no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off at times two. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? It's too cool. Get the drop tops out. Summertime and then why? Get them fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snag a seat up at the table if my man can't. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and then why? Yeah. Summertime and then why? Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and then why? Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Summertime and then why? Summertime and then why? Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough. Watch me fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's jet blue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and then why? hopes will come to an end. Summertime and then wild, and the fall's upon us. I want you to bring that energy summertime and then wild, and run that thing back. Yeah. Until next year. Summertime and then wild. Yeah. And wild. Summertime and then wild.
Yo. What it do, family? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook land? Oh, have I got a surprise for y'all tonight? This is going to be a good show, y'all. What's going on? Yeah, y'all see it? It's showtime. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy JD, aka Mr. December, and we back with another video. Y'all are guaranteed to remember, man. Listen, have I got a surprise for y'all tonight? It's gonna be one of those shows, y'all. Then listen, before we get into it, I don't care where you are, I don't care what time zone you're in, I don't care what part of the world you're in. It is always summertime in NY, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you see fit to do so. And to my replay viewers, if y'all watching on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button. What are we talking about today, y'all? What are we talking about today? Y'all, we are talking about the end of the independent woman era. Is it over? April Mason seems to think so. Unc seems to think so. Yeah, Kevin Samuels, he thought so. But it's somebody, y'all. It's somebody that does not think so, and we are going to get into it. But before we do that, let me give a huge shout out to all of my supporters, all of my day one supporters, people like Cool Cat that's down in the comment section, people like Love Over Boundaries, right? Love, y'all know who I'm talking about. People like Fish and Spot Reviewer, people like Eugene Steele, all of my day one supporters, thank you so much. And let me give a huge shout out to my number one supporter. I got to give a huge shout out to my beautiful wife, Gabrielle White Carter. Come on, y'all give her a hand if you don't mind. Y'all, I move my buttons around, so we'll give it to Air Horn. We'll just do that. So, what are we talking about today? All of my day one supporters, reviewers. Look, y'all, I need y'all to go get my book. Yeah, your boy wrote a book. Matter of fact, I have it right here. Y'all, I have this brief devotional right here. And if y'all don't know, the ones that don't know, I am a pastor, right? I know I see some people in the comment section talking about Pastor P. Pastor P. Do y'all know Pastor P? My name is JD, y'all. Pastor JD Carter. That's my name. But I don't know. Maybe we got a Pastor P coming up. But anyway, y'all, this book, God's Remedy for Anxiety. If you have ever struggled with anxiety or panic attacks or depression or anything like that, I wrote this brief devotional to help you navigate through it, y'all. It helped me out so much. And when I wrote this book, I had men in mind. Why? Because a lot of us men, it's hard to be a man these days. It really is. It's hard to be a man these days. Upstanding man. Y'all know we talking about the men up here, not the Pookies and the Ray Rays down here. What do they call it? Shout out to Mr. Let Go, Pookie Picker, right? Or a Pookie Picker, or what else do you say? A loser chooser. A loser chooser. That's not what we do over here, y'all. We are trying to get people together. We are better off together than we are apart. Oh, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, the link to my Instagram is in the description, along with the link to my book. I am on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and some other platforms, and my Cash App is down in the description as well, y'all. So if you cash out me $12, I will send you a personalized signed copy of my book, y'all. Facebook group, my Facebook group, y'all. It is in the description as well. We have some pretty interesting conversations over here. Let's get right into it. So I was going to, y'all, I got my outline right here. And, I had it all lined out just perfectly. But, y'all, we got a guest in the building. I know why a lot of y'all are here. I know why y'all are looking at the title. You're looking at the thumbnail. A lot of y'all in the comments. Wait. Pastor P, right? My name is JD. But let me bring up my friend, my arch nemesis. Y'all have seen her before, and y'all are gonna see her again. Let's go ahead and bring her up. We're bringing up Princella, y'all. What's up, Princella? Talk to me.
What's up, Chris Tucker the second?
Look, that's my new thing, Princella. That's my new thing. Right
That's nice. That's
there.
nice.
You like that one?
I
You like
like
that one?
that one.
Uh,
What
uh,
kind
uh,
of what kind of mixer you got? You got a Rode or a Zoom?
no, I don't have either one of those. I have a Stream Deck.
Stream
The
Deck.
Yeah, I have the Elgato Stream Deck is what I'm using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's I'm working my way up to the road right here. I got my ATM Mini over here.
Okay.
For your boy trying to level up over
Okay,
here.
that's
You
what's up.
understand? You understand? So,
Yeah.
Priscilla, how have you been doing? Talk
Man,
to me.
I've been excellent, yo. I can't complain. Things have been
Mhm.
moving quite a bit since we last spoke.
Yes, I see. I see. And I see you bring a crowd with you, so I'm not mad at it.
Right.
I'm not mad.
That's how I got to that's how I gotta be, baby. You know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, listen, Princella, that video that we did, it must have been when I was over on your channel. It must have been about a year ago now, right?
Almost.
Almost a year ago,
Mhm.
and I did a reaction to it as well, and I am still getting comments on that video
Mhm.
where I did a reaction to it. I know you're growing over there, so I'm assuming that the people that are coming over here are new to your channel, right?
It's
And
possible.
they're trying to get spun up on you. So
Mhm.
we had an interesting conversation, and tonight I want to talk about the end of the independent woman.
Okay.
Is the independent woman over? Is the era of the independent woman over? And I have some exhibits, of course, that I want to bring up. I always come with exhibits.
Go
So I
ahead.
want
Go
to I
ahead.
want to go ahead and bring up my screen right
Right.
here. And do you know? Have you heard of April Mason?
No.
Okay, April Mason is a dating coach. I'm,
Mhm.
I'm I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. She is a former dating coach,
Mhm.
and she ended up getting out of the game because she said that a lot of ladies are just unrealistic in their standards. So she said that she refuses to be a dating coach anymore, but she's helping women get back into their femininity and things like that. And she reposted a post from 2015, and she says, "Please do not address me as a strong, independent black woman. It is not a compliment." Now, I want to talk about this because for the last 30 or 40 years, it has been a mantra in the black community about a strong black independent woman.
Mhm.
And I want to come from the angle tonight that a lot of women are disgruntled because they've had to be a strong, independent black woman, i.e., having to raise uh, kids by themselves, being a single mom, being a single parent, having to work uh, double shifts, having to work long hours, having to take care of the house, the kids, maintain all of it by themselves.
Mhm.
And I want to submit unto you tonight that women are tired, and that's why a lot of women are disgruntled. That's why some women are better. That's why some women are broken because they've been carrying a load they were never meant to carry. What do you think about this, Princella?
Hey man, I agree a lot, but let me go ahead and expound on what it is that I agree with.
Okay.
Number one, women's expectations are too high for men. Women live in a land of delusion. The reason they live in this land of delusion is because they have been kept out of the knowledge of the nature and the makeup of a male. Here's the fact that most women ain't came to the conclusion yet. One, males are codependent by nature and they need women. Women are resources to men. So women have been brought out of the level that they're supposed to be at and brought down to a level of codependency, and they're looking for men to give them things that men are not capable of giving them because they're not biologically wired to give it to them. So in essence, what ends up happening is that the male continues to operate in his nature and suck her dry, right? So she's been sold Disney ideas of what it means to be a man and be married, right? As a woman to a man. And she's coming up short a lot. So, yes, women's expectations of men are too high, and women have to come way down, way down. Okay. That poses another issue. Number two, yes, women are tired because even when they get into relationships with men, they still end up carrying the burden. And correct, women were never meant to carry this burden by themselves. They were meant to do it with other women, not men. So the independent woman, right, should not be doing things by herself. She is supposed to be interdependent. Men need women and women need each other. Women need other women, right? See, when you take your children and need help, you take them to a daycare. Who's running the daycare? Women, right? Maids are women. The majority of the help that women need come from other women. So, my message is to drop the idea of partnering with a male and turn to women and be interdependent and be communal amongst other women. So, yeah, no, the independent woman shouldn't be doing everything by herself. I agree. I just don't agree that she need to be doing it with a male.
Princella, Princella, Princella.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Stop the cap.
Okay, so what you're telling me is men need women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that women don't need men at all?
Nope.
Not at all in society ever.
See, y'all got here and stayed here way too dang long, okay? And so now all y'all doing is fighting each other, killing up everybody, and resource hoarding, right? Y'all entitled, and y'all are a bottomless pit, and you don't know when to stop. So you just consume, 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 right? The feminine is designed to nurture and sustain life. That is the nature of feminine energy. And it ain't just child life, it's all life. It's business life, sea life, plant life. This is the nature of feminine energy, to nurture and sustain life. Masculine energy don't do nothing but destroy everything. So even when you breeding dogs, do you have a bunch of male dogs or do you have just a couple of males and a bunch of females, right? That's just the way it goes. So now what has occurred, because there's so many of you here fighting and destroying everything, now you need higher level males to control males, right? Because if you don't have them, they're going to destroy everything, including themselves. So women need each other because the true protective energy is mama bear, not papa bear. Mama bear. The nature of feminine energy is providing and protecting. Masculine energy don't provide nothing but entitlement, right? So no, y'all ain't really needed for much of anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I tend to disagree with that because if you want to, I do believe that women can probably protect other women from other women, right? But where does the life go? Where does the circle of life go if there are no men? You understand what I'm saying? Where does our world go if there are no men? Men are builders, right? So do you think that or women rather have the strength and the know-how? Wait a minute, bruh.
Bruh.
Sperm banks? Do y'all know that men have to donate the sperm to the sperm banks?
Baby, you know that ain't nothing. Y'all do that anyway. Y'all leave sperm on park benches. You leave it in coolers. You leave it in
Not
everywhere.
me.
Males leave sperm everywhere. We can't stop y'all from jacking off. Come on now. And then
Yeah.
here's the thing. Hey, listen.
No, no, no,
They
no,
they
no.
call y'all gigolos when a woman pay you to sleep with them, right? That's a reward. So you getting a double reward. You getting sex and money. Baby, ain't nothing better than getting $150 for your sperm. Ain't nobody got to put no gun to your head to do it,
Yeah,
right?
but that might be true. But why? What? I saw an interesting story the other day. As a matter of fact, I might bring it up. But the thing is, why would you go to a sperm bank and then go back to the man and try to get the child support that you understand from the sperm donor? Why would you do that?
Well, because they living in a land of delusion. Because see, we still have to understand we're living in a patriarchal matrix, right? That's anti-natural and got everybody crazy. Okay, so everybody is acting retarded in this system. The problem is the majority of people don't know why people are acting retarded. Okay, so here's the thing: if women understood the value in women, right, and the true nature of women to be communal, no woman would be chasing a male for anything. That's just the bottom line, because the wealth of resources lie within women. The only reason that males have any type of resources is because in order to sustain an artificial system, you need artificial mechanisms such as law enforcement, and government. So you had the males who are the architects of this matrix, create this artificial environment and take nature's resources and hoarded them amongst males and kept them out of the hands of women, because by nature women are resource dependent, they're not male dependent. Hence the reason why they took all the resources and kept them locked in the control of men, so that women, they could manipulate women into chasing men for resources. You leave all that alone, and that's what you get: the independent woman when she gets her own stuff. Independent. Do you know what that means? Because that's the nature of a female and all of nature, to limit her contact with males when she got her own resources.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But why is it that these women, right, who you vouch for, right, these strong, independent women, most of them, not all, some of them are raising men. Some of them are raising uh, men that are supposed to go out into the world and be productive, but now they are damaging their sons. They're damaging their men because they have whatever notion that all men are bad or they've been hurt. They never dealt with anything. Yeah. Strong, independent women are usually looked at as disagreeable, right?
And that's
And with
fine. That's
yeah,
fine. Because who the hell gonna I'm gonna disagree with you if you're on some BS. I'm not just gonna agree with no bullshit. I'm very disagreeable.
Let's see if you can call me out on some, Princella. Let's just say, just for kicks and giggles, right? Let's just say you and I were
Mhm.
in a relationship, right? Um, if I came, right, and I said, Princella, I like what we got going on here. We'll get married, and I'll take care of everything, right? I don't want you to work. I want you to stay home. But if you want to work, you can. You can do whatever it is. Do your money doesn't matter. You do what you want to with your money. I got this right here. What would be your response to that?
Um, I'm not real interested in depending on no guy, right?
Okay,
Because
let me stop you right there. Let me
yeah,
stop you right there. Okay, you got your own thing. You got your
uh-huh,
own money, right?
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Right? You do whatever you want to do with your money. If you want to
mm-hmm.
contribute, you can contribute. If you don't want to contribute, you don't have to, right? Would you still call that being dependent on a man?
Yeah, because see, now I got this tie, this legal obligation, and the idea that you think that you got some type of ownership over me over this marriage. I ain't trying to be owned by nobody, not through no legal obligation and not through no idea that I belong to you. I don't even want to change my name, right? Right? Because I want to remain my own person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna answer to nobody where I'm going, who I'm going with, when I'm coming back to the house, what I'm gonna do with my money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna answer to nobody. You know why I'm not gonna answer to nobody? Because I made it through this life on my own 2 feet with my own work. And I'm not gonna let nobody come in and tell me what I can and can't do because I earn the right to do what I want to do and think
Mm-hmm.
how I want to think.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
that is the definition of independent, right? So let's put the shoe on the other foot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that men have any kind of women rather have any kind of ownership over the man, whether it's 50-50, whether he's taking care of all of it, or what do you
Okay, let's
think
let's
that?
let's let's keep it hypothetically with me and you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't own you either, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
know the nature of a male. I know men better than they know themselves. And the last thing I'm finna do is one, try to stop a male from doing anything, and two, giving him anything. I'm gonna let him figure it out on his own. I don't control ain't something that I'm finna even waste my energy on. Cause you know why? You got polar bears dying right now. You got uh you got kids dying and all of that. It's so much more to
Mm-hmm.
focus on than to try to control some penis at the house, right?
But
I
why would you want to control it?
what I don't want to control it. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's here's the thing. We live in a society where both people are trying to control other people to get their needs met, right? That's just the bottom line. This system has created a slew of codependent individuals. Women by nature are not codependent. However, this system has made them codependent, right? My job is to get women back into a place where they are no longer codependent and they are free, right? And once you don't need nothing, guess what? Relationship dynamics change. The problem is the male, no matter how much money he got, no matter what, he is always in need. He always has a perpetual void that needs to be filled by a woman. So that's the problem. The relationship dynamics between men and women are perpetually codependent. And when you have two people who have eternal voids, they are trying to control each other and make that person be what they need them to be instead of allowing that person to be who they were destined and designed to be by the creator, right? So men do not love women and they don't even like women. Men need women. So their whole objective is to strip the core and the authentic nature of a woman away, strip her identity away, and mold her into being what he needs her to be at that moment. When he no longer needs her for whatever he done made her to be for him, he goes to find another woman that he needs. I'm trying to get women to get out of a place where they don't need men for anything, that they can fulfill their own needs. At this point, either the male is going to stand alone and match her or he ain't. But no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not bringing women to a level of codependency.
Okay, I hear you, and I wonder if I wonder. Oh, my bad. I hear you, but I wonder if you hear you.
I do hear me.
I really wonder if you hear you, and then if the people in the chat hear you, right? So you say that you women don't need to be codependent on men. Do you not think that women have a void that needs to be filled by men? You don't
Nope,
think that?
absolutely not.
You don't think that women have a desire that needs to be filled by children?
Nope.
You don't
Mm-mm.
think that either.
Mm-mm.
So women, so
Even if
women,
she
women.
did, though, even if she did, guess what? It don't take but 5 minutes to get a nut out of y'all and take your sperm and let you go. Or she can go to a doggone sperm bank, but she don't need you to be around, right? Y'all are a lot of y'all already ain't around, and she doing it by herself. What I'm saying is, women need to stop shitting on other women and realize that women are is her source of help, her source of support, right? So they need to turn to each other and not be chasing y'all. If you want to drop your sperm off in her and give her a baby and you can skedaddle, then go ahead and do that. If she want a baby, but if she don't, then she ain't got to have one.
That's absolutely true. Women control access to who gets born, right?
Uh-huh.
And all of that good stuff. But I want to suggest to you tonight, Priscilla, that women do need men.
I know you want to
And,
be needed. I know
and
you want to be needed.
if it's not that we want to be needed, we are needed. Men, we do the dangerous jobs. We do the jobs that ladies don't want to do.
Okay, that's slavery,
Because
baby.
it's not slavery.
Yeah, baby, you get
Okay,
paid. Listen, you get
okay,
paid
check.
for that. I ain't got
Okay,
to. I ain't got to have sex with you to pay you to cut my lawn, right?
I'm
I ain't
not
got to have.
talking. I'm not talking about having sex, Princella.
Or I ain't got to have no relationship or marry you to pay your invoice. I'm gonna pay
Mm-hmm.
your invoice. Go out there and cut the grass. But no, because black folks don't cut the grass. Let me call Jose for that. Y'all, I don't know what I don't know what y'all do, but listen. I'm gonna pay you to do construction. I will pay you to clean the doo doo out the toilet. I will pay you to do all that. But to marry you and to tie my entire life to you to make you feel important for taking out trash. You understand? It only cost me extra $20 on my rent for the valet to come pick up my trash at my front door.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
need you to
Mm-hmm.
come take out the trash. Right? So, no, sir, we don't need you for slave labor. We just pay your invoice. Come at me with something else.
See, you took it to somewhere I wasn't going, right? So you have this massive sewer system, right? How many women you think are working down there?
Baby, I just said we pay you for that. Y'all get paid for that. What else do you
Because
want?
y'all don't want to do the job
Okay, but we don't.
and
Okay,
can't do the
okay,
job.
okay. Do you want us to say that we need you for slave labor? I mean, because if you want to be needed for slave labor, that's fine. But we don't need to marry you. We don't need to be in love with you. We don't need.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to live with you. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we. The 1% needs slaves. Ain't nobody saying we don't need slaves. They needed the slaves to go die in World War II. We need slaves. And I'm happy to have y'all as slaves. But I'd be damned if I tie my life to you and love you and lay with you and have you in my house. Go out in the field where you belong.
Bruh.
Listen, if you're coming from you don't need the men at all. Okay, you don't want us in your house. Okay, men really don't. It's 2023. If you go, men don't need women either, right?
Okay, well then why we
Do,
even
do,
talking if we
do,
don't need
no,
each
no.
other?
I want to give a hypothetical here, right?
Okay.
If women don't need men don't need women, and we just lived in a separate society. Men over here, women over here. Women do all of their thing over here. Men do their thing over here. What do you think that society is going to look like in
I'm
20
gonna tell you.
years?
I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna look like.
What is it going to look like?
The males will be over there raw dogging each other and beating each other up. Okay. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
Nope.
That's what they gonna.
Meep, meep. baby.
I guarantee you, the women would be back over there. Oh, can y'all help us with this? We can't
Mm-mm.
build anything.
That's a
Oh,
lie.
this is too heavy. Oh, Princella, what are we gonna do? We're not strong like you.
No, that's not true because again, you're gonna have a wide variety of different types of women with different skill sets. Okay, all right. So as a community, listen, ants, they're all female. And guess what? They work together to pick up things. So you get a bunch of women, and we use our strength to pick up things if it's too heavy for one or two people to pick up. That's common sense. All right. You have different women with so many different creative abilities because guess what? Feminine energy represents the creative. So,
I
hey,
agree with that. I
okay,
agree with that.
yeah. So women will have creative ways, yeah, right, to do what they need to do. That's just the bottom line. Now, what males will do is they'll break off into gangs because it's the nature of a male. They'll be trying to dominate each other. There'll be a lot of fighting. There'll be some raw dogging. I ain't saying I mean, it's gonna be some licky licky over here, okay? But it's gonna be much more peace and
That's probably what
harmony.
y'all want.
Baby, y'all can't find the clitoris anyway. Of course she want that. Why not get it from a motherfucker that know what they doing?
Oh, Princella.
Y'all don't know what a G spot at. You don't know what a clit at. You don't know nothing. So of course.
Let me just put this out here for y'all right now. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I know. I don't know what she talking about. I don't know what she talking about. I don't know. Yeah, this is. Yeah, cool cat. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, they trying to kick our butts in over in here, man. But I mean, the thing of it is, what you're saying. I mean, it sound good to y'all for the women who can't keep no man. It sound good for the woman that really want to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't saying nothing about being the exception. It sound good for women that
And
that do not want. Uh, most women want to be men these days. Anyway, I mean
I,
that's what I found out.
I mean, if that's what you found out, I see otherwise. I found
Mm.
otherwise. But here's the thing.
What you think men want to be women?
Hold on. Well, shoes, yeah, they do because they
Yes.
already they envious of the natural power of women. Y'all hate y'all life. Males hate being. Listen, that's the reason why you got to write a book. You just said at the beginning, man, life is hard for a man. You
It
think men?
is.
Okay, do you think men like the fact that it's so hard and they view women as having it easier? Of course they
Mhm.
envious of that. Let's cut the games. Of course they are. So whose opinion really matters?
The
Women's
men.
opinion. Women's opinions about men matter. So if women stop listening to y'all, guess what? All hell finna break loose, right? If women stop dealing with y'all totally, all hell gonna break loose. And y'all scared of that, right? So you showed your book, and my book is 41 Shades of Men. The pursuit to subdue and use you, baby. I put women on all the game. This is I give them the truth about y'all. And when women find out the truth about men, guess what? The majority of them don't even want nothing to do with you because y'all ain't got no pure intentions with these women. You just want to use them up. You just want to control them. You just want to subjugate them, right? When I was on Fresh and Fit, first thing Myron say on Fresh and Fit in front of hundreds of, in front of thousands of males, we don't care about a woman's orgasm, right?
That's
Then you
him.
no 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 thousands. Then you had Anton Daniels say we you think a man really care what y'all think and want? We slot women based on what we need them for. I know that's how you do. So guess what? No, I'm not teaching women to lower their standards to get men who only wanted easier access to use them up. No. And guess what? They preserve their value as long as they continue to surround themselves with women. A man touch them and they ruined.
they're ruined.
Only the wrong man, you
Yeah,
know.
all of y'all think
But
y'all the right one though. Okay.
yeah, yeah, but here's the thing, Princella. You said you were actually on Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, I was on Fresh and Fit.
I'm gonna have to go over there and check that out. Like you went to Miami in their studio.
Yes, I was
Oh
on
wow,
Fresh and
I
Fit.
missed that one. I missed that one.
You
I
missed
gotta
it.
review. I have got to review that one. I gotta check that out. But you named Fresh and Fit and then Anton Daniels, people that I think are absolute idiots.
And guess what?
You
You got a
understand?
bunch. Listen, and you got a bunch of absolute idiots that they're influencing. So let's cut
Now
the
that's
game.
true.
Okay,
That's true.
so here's the thing. These guys that's listening to alpha male strategies, they listening to all this manosphere stuff. A bunch. These are the pool of what people are choosing from. And so that's why I came up with my book so women can actually know how to choose better, because it's 41 different types of men. And guess what? Ain't no shadow no more. It ain't no shadow. Everybody, all these dudes gonna fit into one of these 41 types.
Well, what shade am I, Princella? What shade am I? Tell me.
You
A
the
man. No, no, no. Let me tell you. Let me reintroduce myself to you. Okay.
uh,
I am a man that is the head of my household. I am the man who leads my household properly. I am a man who is an example for my household and people in the community. I am a man who is respected in my community, right? And I'm a man that respects both men and women. Now, I know how to put my foot down, right? Because sometimes as a man you have to make those hard decisions, and you have to take that hard leadership role, right? I'm the type of man, I don't want my woman to have to worry and stress about the stuff that I have to worry and stress about. And I'm a man that is working and getting toward being to where those things won't stress me out either.
let me ask
you
you this
understand
question.
you understand what I'm
Let me
saying?
ask you this question. Do you know what the ego is? You know what the ego is? Because I'm gonna say this. You are the ego boost man in my
Oh wow, okay.
yeah,
Ego boost.
you the ego boost man. Okay,
Okay. What
so
does that mean?
no. I'm asking you what, and he's the family man. Yeah, he's the family man and the
Hmm.
ego boost man. Okay.
Hmm.
What is the ego, sir? Do you know what that is?
Oh, I don't know because I don't really have much of an ego,
Wait, wait, wait,
right?
wait, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. How you gonna say you don't have one if you don't know what it is, sir? You're gonna have to define that to be able to say that you don't know what it is. Because based on your description of yourself, you
Mm,
just showed me that you was the ego. You have an ego. So, and based on this entire conversation, it's based and rooted in total ego. Because guess what? It's been me coming out
mm,
out your mouth this entire time. Well,
right.
this ain't me, sir. That's ego, because you need to put your personal identity and boost it up, right?
Hmm.
So to show I'm different, I'm not like everybody else. And guess what? All y'all do that. All of you males do that. With the wrong one, because I'm the right one. I'm not like that. All of y'all do that, right? All of you are ego driven. It ain't never nothing objective. You're not even scanning the reality and removing yourself out of the equation. You're trying to base everything based on your individual self instead of looking at the reality. Okay, so now I got to put up in your face to show that all of these males who are being influenced
Hmm.
with this stuff, and this is the pool of men that women have to pick through when they come, because see, women ain't pursuing men pursue women. So guess what? Out of if 10 dudes come up to you, right, you got to wade through and pick one of them. But if women do not know the nature of a male and what to pick from, because women have largely been kept out of it. When you look at the biologists, biology had been overrun by men for a long time, keeping women out of that knowledge. And it excluded the nature of a female in all of these studies, right? Women have been kept out of the knowledge of men for a long time. Meanwhile, you got people like Iceberg Slim and Pimpin' Ken writing books about how to manipulate female nature. This information that comes from the pimp game has been watered down and passed throughout the male community. Hence why you have people like alpha male strategies and all of this crap that's being out here. But women don't know the nature of a man. But if they did know, women could choose better. And that's why I put this book out here so that women have the concrete wisdom to choose better. And what y'all gonna find out is a lot of y'all ain't gonna be chosen because women gonna see through the game. And so instead of you focusing on what's real, you want to focus on yourself, like typically every male that I talk to does. You ain't no different than the rest of them.
Well, I mean, I beg to differ. I am a lot different than the rest of them. You understand? Because I deal with men up here on this level. You
What
understand?
level?
This level of higher understanding. This level of understanding that pressure is made for shoulders and not hips.
Wait a
You
minute, say
understand
that
what I'm
again.
saying? Pressure is made for shoulders and not hips.
Women got shoulders and hips. So what are we even saying?
Princella, look at my shoulders and look at yours.
Okay, and
Look at
what
look at
what that
look at
got
my
to do
shoulders.
with what that got
Look,
to do with the price? Let me, you know what? When I was in the military, do you know that I was maxing out my push-ups on the male scale, and men wasn't even maxing out their own scale? You know that it took 75 push-ups in 2 minutes to max out for the men. It only
mm-hmm,
took 50 for the women.
mm-hmm.
I was maxing them out on the male scale. 75 push-ups in 2 minutes as a woman, right? Um, I carried the same amount of weight they did on the ruck marches and stuff. And do you know that my life has been a lot harder than a lot of these males out here? And I have
Probably, I can
surpassed.
believe that.
Okay, so let's not talk about pressure as if women can't handle pressure, because the system of white supremacy patriarchy rests on the shoulders of black women, right? You can't help but to be strong when you endure pressure. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, I understand that, and I get that.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm saying is, why would you want to continue to endure all of that pressure when you can have a man to endure it for you?
No, you can have a community of women, right? You don't need males, right? Because guess what? The fact of the matter is, the male is not biologically wired to withstand all this pressure that patriarchy is putting on his shoulders. Y'all are
Mm-hmm.
the male is born way more deficient than the female. The male is an
In what way?
listen, the male is an underdeveloped version of the woman. Y'all's ability to multitask is dead. Y'all's ability to stay focused and control, sir. You can say that, but here's the thing. Everybody that watches me, I pulled up all of the scientific research papers that have studied y'all's brains. Y'all are not wired to handle all this. This is the reason why males are going crazy. This is the reason why they're going to kill kids at schools and stuff, and they killing themselves. Suicide rates in men are far higher than that of women all around the globe, because y'all are not wired to or created to handle all of this pressure. Because guess what? The things that the society told y'all that y'all needed to do, that's the nature of a woman. And they took the nature of a woman, these two critical things, which is providing and protecting, and gave the male that responsibility. And he cannot do it. He can't do it because this job was meant for women. The male's only purpose is to procreate. That's his highest aspiration, is procreation, right? And marking territory and controlling, right? And competing with other males. That's the nature of a male. To sustain life, to nurture life, providing and protecting instantly becomes the responsibility of a woman. That's her job. It ain't y'all job. A single woman is not a woman without a male. A single woman is a woman without a community of women. Period.
Mm-mm. Sounds dangerous to me. But let me pull this up real quick, and this is something that I also want to have been wanting to talk to you about
Mm-hmm.
because last time I was on your show, you brought up a few studies that you referred back to. I
Mm-hmm.
can find studies that say and back up my point as well. You understand what I'm saying? And then here's one of them right here. It's highlighted right here, talking about gender differences in multitasking experience and performance. The findings suggest that men have an advantage in concurrent multitasking, which may be a result of the individual differences in cognitive abilities.
Okay.
So
What research paper is that? And what is the
this is this is from the National
okay.
Library.
Okay.
I've never, but I just did a quick Google search.
Oh, no, 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 no,
So
no.
so
Because you,
that
you
that's
you
what I'm
got to.
saying.
No, no,
That's
no.
what I'm saying. A
You
quick
got
Google
to.
search.
You can Google search all you want to, but you need to go into the depths of the research paper. See,
Mhm.
I don't just do that. I go into the depths of the research paper, and I don't cherry pick, because at the end of the day, there is massive amounts of studies. And then here's the thing. You can look out in the world with your own eyes. If males were so capable, they wouldn't need women as much as they do. Their suicide rates wouldn't be so high, right?
Mhm.
So here's the thing. If you're going to pull research, right, you need to be able to read all of the stuff that's in the research papers and not find one little sentence, right?
All I'm trying to say is I did a quick Google search, right,
You
just right there, right? I didn't have time to just a quick Google search. I didn't look into it, and I very well could be. But all I'm trying to point out is that a quick Google search gave me something that supported my claim as well. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
you
I could dive deep down into
you
this and probably go down a pretty good rabbit hole and pull out a lot of information about this, right? And the thing about it, Princella, is if you say let's just go with the fact that men are weak and not good for anything, like you say, let's just go with that. Men are useless. Fine. Who raised them?
Oh, here's the thing. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Now, we always want to blame the woman, but we never look. First of all, it's cause and effect, right? If you're going to be righteous in your
Mm,
judgment, you must look at the nature and the laws of nature. There is no effect without a cause. So this is where y'all get messed up, because you always want to talk about the effect and you never want to dig deep into what produced that effect. You're right. These children are being left with women, but why?
yeah. Why?
Let's roll back to the system, because see, if you knew anything about biology, right? See,
Mhm.
I'm a biology head. I base everything on science because everything starts with science first. If you knew anything about life, Pastor, if you knew anything about life, you would know that the foundation of all life is responding to stimulus from the parasympathetic sympathetic nervous system, right? Which is unconscious, right? All living organisms, the foundations, the five characteristics of life, one of them is response to environmental stimuli. So when you change the environment, you have automatic response mechanisms that happen to an organism that is outside of the conscious mind of the organism. It don't matter if you're talking about rats, humans, fungi, it doesn't matter. A living organism is going to unconsciously and automatically respond to a stimuli. So before you start talking about the effect, you need to analyze the environment first. The question is, who created the environment of patriarchal philosophy? Who created that? Because humans are living in a matrix. That is a fact. That ain't even up for debate, right? Y'all recognize that when you want to talk about woe is me, but you never consider the woman as being a human who also is responding to this environmental stimuli. So you got to look up, because it is the people up who put humans in an artificial environment to unconsciously respond to environmental stimuli. First and foremost, the nature outside of this environment, the nature of a female is communion. When everybody was out in the wild, that's how I rolled. Males were out there trying to kill something, and women were communal. When you put them in this environmental in this environmental space that's altered, and then you create something called the nuclear family, which made women depend on males by stripping them of their rights, using law and law enforcement, right? And brainwashing women to need men when they never did, in a completely open, non-altered environment. Okay, that's what happened. So now you're dealing with a biological alteration and a psychological alteration, trapping people down into the lowest natures of themselves. That's just the fact. So what I'm not going to allow you or nobody to do is to be unrighteous in your judgment about what's going on in this system. So everybody has been taken out of their nature. And the program that women are running on is the program of male psychology. Okay? Because all of the philosophies that everybody is running on is male centered and male dominated. So now you have females operating like males in the mind. I think we can all agree with that, because y'all always talk about women that are too masculine. Well, that quote unquote masculine behavior comes from the brainwashing of patriarchal philosophy and an altered environment. That's where it comes from. Okay. So if we're going to address something, we need to address the structures that humans live in. The woman did not create this. So it's unrighteous and it's unfair to point the finger at her when she ain't nothing but a victim of this system, just like males. Both the male and the female are victims of this system of patriarchy. That's just a bottom line. And let me tell you something else about these boys. Male sperm swims faster than female sperm. It was never natural for women to be getting knocked up baby after baby after baby. But when the government stripped her rights away and forced her to be under the male whose brain is not wired to control his own behavior or his own sexual desires, guess what he does? He knocks her up with a bunch of kids. And since male sperm swims faster than female sperms, a lot of these conceptions were male. And with males operating in the lowest natures of themselves and women being trapped into the lower nature, what happened is women got knocked up with a bunch of boys that she couldn't control because she didn't know the nature of a male either. So this is not the female's fault. This is the fault and the doing of the people who created this system and made these victims, because the male is a victim of this and the female is. So if we're going to have a higher level conversation, you got to move beyond pointing the finger. But I don't think you're ready to move beyond pointing the finger and looking at the top.
Oh yes, I am. Because here's the thing: for the last 30 or 40 years, men have been getting the finger pointed at us for the longest. You understand what I'm saying? So now that we have more platforms like this, so that men can get their points of view across, men are coming to a better understanding of who we are and who women are, right? Because the people, I mean, at the risk of sounding cliche, right? The men that I know, the men that I deal with, want to work with a woman, right? In a family, in a household, right? And if you want to take it back to the system, right? Why is it that women decided to take the government over being with their men in a nuclear family, like you said? Because the studies show that children who are raised in a two-parent household are more likely to be productive members of society rather than being raised by a single mom and being more susceptible to crime and gangs and all of that stuff, right?
And see,
Why is it? Why is it if being with a man is so bad, why did the women choose the government over men?
see,
And what if it
this is
go
why
ahead?
I don't have these conversations. This is why I don't
Mhm.
have these conversations, because y'all's points of view are total lies. They're total lies. See, I went back on my channel, and people who on my channel, they know it. See, I went back and pulled the footage when it was happening in 1986, in 1968, in 1973,
Mhm.
when they did the studies. And guess what they showed? Men left voluntarily, and they left their wives. And even when they was in the house, they wasn't doing nothing. This is all on the footage, baby. So when men get up here again, y'all are so ego driven that you have to find and manipulate and create a story that benefits and uplifts your ego, even when it's a lie. And I on my show, we played all of CBS's reports, and I went on for 3 complete different episodes. So we talking about 12 hours worth of 12 hours worth of footage, where we have broken down everything that actually happened during the time that y'all saying that women just left, and it was the men who destroyed everything. It was men just knocking their wives up and wouldn't stop. It was men not doing anything. But y'all say y'all want to fix nothing, but y'all don't want to take no responsibility for what you did in it. It's all a woman's fault. That's why I say, until you're ready to actually have a conversation from the top, because if you were, your ego wouldn't be so in the way to the point where you couldn't tell the truth. Because you don't want to tell the truth about the reckless behavior of the male. You don't. Y'all lying about women just chose. That's a flat out lie. Flat out lie. Right? And so, and nobody's going to be able to say anything because the footage is there from 1968, 1973, and 1986. And the common denominator was the destruction of the male's reckless behavior and women doing everything that they could to survive. They got together and they took care of each other's kids. They created schools while the males was out there just being reckless and leaving these women. Dude on there's Timothy. He says, shoes, you know, I don't know what a woman gonna do because the government gonna give her a stipend. So whatever I'm not doing, the government gonna do. Another dude who was trying to help and teach kids how to box and stuff and be disciplined. He said the worst thing they could have ever did was give the black male freedom. The worst, because it's his quote unquote freedom that's destroying everything. So here's the thing. I don't like to have conversations with people who just pick and choose and lie to protect their egos. No, the woman didn't just choose welfare over no doggone relationship, because the male cannot control his reckless sexual nature. You just can't. And you need the government to do it for you. And you want to post a blame. The nature of men and women is not monogamy. It's not nuclear family. Nuclear family is a governmental creation. That because prior to that, before World War I, guess what? And during agriculture and before the Industrial Revolution, guess what? There was no such thing as a nuclear family. It was a quote unquote extended family. The nuclear family is a new creation after World War II. Y'all don't even know history. And
That
y'all,
is not true,
that
Princella.
is true. That is true. Y'all don't even know history. The nuclear family did not pop up until after World War II when they started branding it to reintegrate the males who came from World War II injured and tried to make a place for them in society. Because prior to that, the male was bred to go to war and die. He was created to go to war and die. After that, they reintegrated him into society and created the nuclear family. And then it was one man, one child, and a wife, right? Man, woman, and child. That's not the nature of anything. So y'all trying so hard to uphold this artificial system, and it's not working. Both the male and female are failing at trying to uphold something that ain't natural. Marriage is an unnatural concept. This is to try to keep you together. Nature is the path of least resistance. The path of most resistance is anti-natural. The reason it ain't working is because all this crap y'all talking about is anti-natural. Men and women ain't even supposed to be cohabitating.
Where did you get that from?
The nature of males and females are inverse. When there was nothing, no matrix, the nature of males, they stayed in their own quarters. They was out in the field, hunters and gatherers. Everybody know this. Women were communal amongst themselves. And the nature of female species in all of nature is to reject the majority of males. They were not cohabitating. The nature of a male is to procreate and leave.
Okay, so check this out. When the men were out hunting and gathering, right? What did they bring that stuff back to?
They brought it back, hypothetically, they brought it back to what? A community of women. But guess what they did? Did they stay there? No, they stayed out in the field. They didn't cohabitate with the community. They typically kick the males out because y'all's aggressive natures, they cannot integrate into society. Don't you see how males can't stop beating on women? Domestic violence be high as hell, right? Right? Killing women because the nature of testosterone, which floods y'all's body, that's the source of y'all's aggression and y'all violent ways. That is not to cohabitate in a home environment. Y'all can't stop being aggressive, emotionally abusive, or none of that stuff. Now, you can sit up here and do all that you want to and have all them looks that you want to. But guess who matters? The women. And y'all can sit up there and do that, but they gonna stop fucking with y'all. I'm telling you, they're gonna stop dealing with y'all. No matter what you say, you can shrug your shoulders. But when women find out the truth, they gonna stop dealing with you. So y'all either recognize women's issues with y'all or you keep on shucking them off. But guess what? They gonna come to the conclusion and you won't be in their house. You won't be around their kids.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, because you're talking about a very, very low class of I don't even want to say man. Shaw Willie, I see you backstage. Will you do me one favor and flash your camera for me just to make sure Princella and I don't need any trolls over here. So just flash your camera. You can cut it back off, but just okay. There you go. You can cut it back off if you want to. I'm about to bring up. You don't mind, Princella, if I bring up Shaw Willie, do you?
Who is that?
I don't know. Somebody in the comment section, but they
Are
want
they
to.
are they asking questions or what?
It's too many. I can't keep up in the chat. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay, because
It's too many.
honestly, when you asked me that you was doing, I thought I was just gonna be watching the show. I didn't even know I was gonna be on the show. So I
I
had to
thought you were just gonna be watching too, but
yeah.
since you came up, I mean,
No, you sent me a link to come up here. I didn't know. I was saying send me
you
the link to
asked.
watch. I said send me the link so I could watch the show, so I could tune in. I didn't know I
Oh.
was gonna be here because I was in the
Yeah,
gym.
oh yeah.
so yeah, so I don't mind people asking questions, but I'm really not here to fight nobody if people
Yeah,
coming up to fight.
you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
we not fighting.
All right.
She said she just wanted to know what year did these women choose the government. Come on up, Shaw Willie, talk to us.
Greetings, greetings. How are you?
We're doing well. How are you?
I am well, thank you so much.
What do you have to say about all of this?
Well, I've heard that comment mentioned several times about women choosing government, but I never heard anything behind that. So I have a question, and that
Mhm.
question is, when did they choose this? What women chose this government? What year was that? Or was there several years? Or could you answer that for me?
Yeah, so just like Princella said, the point that I was making, it was between the late 60s, early mid 70s, right? Where when the government came up with this idea of welfare, right? It was supposed to be something temporary, but it ended up being something permanent, right? And where it got misconstrued at is that the government said that, hey, we can give you this right here, but if we give you this, it can't be a man in the household. You understand what I'm saying? So then that's when the women started saying, "Whoa, well, the government will do this for me. I don't need a man. The government will be my man. I don't need a man."
Now, did these women have children or they were single?
Most of them had children because the welfare system was was really designed to for women and children, not men. So single women, not really so much.
Okay. And how many states were this? Was this all 50 states?
I'm not sure. Now that part I don't know. I have to go back and look at that. I don't, I don't. I'll admit I don't have all the information. I have to go up and look at that. But yeah, I don't know if it was all 50 or not. Was it? Do you think? What was it? All 50 states?
I just find that very amazing if it was. I mean, because usually when something starts off, it's not for people of color. So if they're going to open it up, and you said the 60s, I mean, they still were
Late
um,
60s.
late 60s. So let me see. So we're talking almost 60 years ago. So I
Hmm.
found it very interesting that all states and all women taking the government that had children. So did that mean that the men were there or they weren't there? Or what was your reasoning for saying that?
My reasoning is because the family was together, right? Then, oh, she's getting this over here. Oh, let me kick my man at the house. I want this over here. I want what the government has.
See what he don't
I'll
what
throw
you
my men away for
What
the government.
he
Mm,
don't realize is them women was working.
mm.
Drive these women were working and the male couldn't provide nothing. So what the male is sitting here saying is let the children starve and choose my ego over the survival of the children. See this is no no no
Gee.
no no you can Jesus listen. Can we not be childish? Because like
I'm
I
not
said,
being childish,
yeah, because
Princella.
no, that's childish because I done told you that I have reviewed 12 hours, okay? 12 hours worth of footage, okay? From 1968, 1973, and 1986. And the fact of the matter is the males were not providing anything. And you're sitting here and those women were working. They was going miles away from their house to go to work and take care of their kids. And you're saying, choose my ego over feeding the kids. See, until you go back and do some research and find out the truth, because see, I don't talk to people who gonna lie. Because what you're
Mm.
saying is a lie because you ain't done the research. You
No, no,
just,
no, 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 no. See, it's not a lie
sir,
because
you ain't done the research.
the reason of it is because we all know what black people went through, right? Now this wave of feminism that started selling women a lie.
Wait a
That's
minute.
what
Wait, wait,
started.
wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
That's
whoa, whoa.
well, let me finish
Black
my thought.
people, black people,
Let me
or
finish my
black
thought.
men? Black people or black
Black
men? Because
people.
okay, so if you're gonna
Black
talk about
people.
black people, one of the things with black people is that women are a part of that black people. And women was jacked up and they had to do what they had to do to survive and take care of their kids. And guess what? You are a grown male who should be able to take care of yourself. Okay?
Yes, I can. I've been
Right.
doing it for a long
Okay.
time.
So guess what? Kids come before you. Children come before you. Who are you as a male? Who are you? No woman owes you to stick around with you when she got to take care of her kids. And they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Let your ass go.
Yeah, and the reason I disagree with that is because women were sold this false lie of feminism, right? That never was meant to be for black women anyway. And
Y'all was
since
sold patriarchy, and that wasn't meant for black folks. Patriarchy ain't meant. What? But you operating in it. You operating in it because
there's
I'm the
no
leader of my house,
patriarchy.
sir.
There's no patriarchy.
Sir.
There's no patriarchy.
There is no matriarchy either. Do you even know the structure of a matriarchy? It's chaos at the bottom.
It doesn't exist. Nevada Stucking, will you flash your camera for me real quick? So, like I was saying, the thing I still can't see you. Yeah, you gotta connect your video. So the thing that I'm saying is that, of course, black people didn't have the same opportunities as everybody else did, right? But women didn't want the life that black men could supply them at the time.
Which was nothing.
The life that they could provide for them at
Which
the
was
time,
nothing.
right?
Which was nothing.
Which was a lot more than what they had.
No.
Coming out.
Yes,
it was.
See, that's the lie.
It's not a lie. It's facts.
Sir,
It's facts.
I have reviewed again CBS 1986 report, 1968 and 1973, sir. What you're saying is a lie. When we got the damn footage.
But what I'm
ain't no but, sir. You're lying.
I've got the same footage to support my claims as well.
Sir, show me the footage.
Send me the footage. Would rather have babies, but women would rather have babies rather than to build a life with a man. Oh, they can have babies all day long, but they don't want to build anything with a man.
Sir.
Nevada Stucking, what do you have to say about this? Do you have a question?
I don't have a question. But
what do you think of all of this?
What I think about it is that you basically talking out of both sides of your neck. And I don't know if you know which way you coming or going. Because you talking about, oh yeah, for sure, it was the 60s and the 70s. That is a lie. Because welfare was created for white women who were widowers. Okay? I believe it took well into the 70s before it was being given on a bigger scale to African American women and their families.
And
the parts that you keep forgetting or you don't want to admit is that it was given to women, black women, with children who were working. Okay? Whether it was a man was in the house and the income he brought in wasn't still enough, it was still given to them. Men were also given job training. They were given money. They had access to welfare at a point also. As time went on, those men refused to participate in it. And I don't know if you know anything about government spending. They're not going to put their money where it's not being utilized. My employer is a nonprofit organization. If we don't use the money they give us, we're not getting that same amount or more than next year. So when you got time after time after time where they're putting money into a community and only one segment of the population is utilizing it, because we see that in school, in academics, in higher education? It's Black women. So the men can't get mad when it's not just repeatedly given to them, given to them, given to them, because they're not going to keep putting their money into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. The men didn't want it. They wouldn't show up to the programs. They wouldn't go to the classrooms. So how can you be mad now because private companies, Neiman Marcus, etc., in the world we live in right now are funneling money to Black women? Because we show up, we fill out the application, we do the studying, we get the knowledge, and we go out there and we execute on what we're supposed to be doing, whether she's working for a company, whether she starts her own business, a nonprofit, or whatever. You cannot lie and deny that women run the community, period. You are not
And
out
what kind of shape do you think our community is in right now? Is it
with
in
the
good
men.
shape
Hold
or poor
on.
shape?
But just like that same time frame, the men in the 60s, 70s, and 80s are the same knuckleheads. I live in the city of Atlanta, are down here on the corner, and it ain't nothing but men. Those men would have been the product of those programs in the 60s. Okay? They're the ones that out there were causing all that crime and violence and murder throughout my lifetime, throughout your lifetime, Princella's lifetime. So you can't sit here and act like, oh, it's just the women, they done fucked up everything, when who, like basically what she said, law enforcement, that hammer was brought down on the male. He was the one out there not in the home, not working. He wanted to be the dope boy. He wanted to be the pimp. Why are we pretending like this stuff never happened this way?
Oh, now
That's another. Hold on, no. Don't give me a point. That's a direct question to you.
Well, I'm about to answer the question. I do agree with you that men, not all, but there is a minority of Black men that did make the wrong decisions, that did choose the wrong things. I don't advocate for those men. I don't advocate for that foolishness. I'm not talking about those men. I'm not talking. I'm not. Let me finish. I'm not.
They're
talking
the ones
about,
that have had the most impact. So why are the ones that who didn't do that not checking them?
Ma'am, I'm not talking about those kind of men, right? But see, if you ask most women, what kind of man did they want, right? A lot of women will tell you that they like bad boys. So whose fault is it for them picking the bad boys? Men that would be on that grind, that would be in those programs, that are trying to be better for themselves, we're called lame. Those types of men are called lame. They get made fun of. They don't have enough edge. They don't have enough street cred. Women want these kind of men. That's why y'all keep picking them.
Like I said to
that
you,
doesn't make sense. But
it makes a lot of sense.
Nah, like I said,
How can you blame men before?
That's what you sound like. Woo woo.
No, it's
because you couldn't get a girl. Because you couldn't get a girl.
Whoa. Everybody stop. This is my show. Ma'am, I want you to be up here. I want to hear your thoughts. But what we're not going to do is be disrespectful, okay? I haven't called you names. I haven't been disrespectful.
I didn't call
you.
Your name.
I let you get your point across. Let me answer your question and get my point across.
Okay.
Because what we need to do is find somewhere in the middle. Because my goal is not separation. My goal is to see more two-family households with men who are those types of men that can lead a household and lead properly. And see, this is what we're not gonna do either.
Okay.
Who hurt you, ma'am? I'm not hurt.
Okay.
Well, that's what. They've been saying that to Princella in the chat the whole time. So it's okay. They've been saying the same thing to and about Princella the whole time. So I think you can handle somebody asking you that question.
Who is they?
People have said that to her in the chat. I think one of your mods said it.
Okay, but what we're not going to do?
Okay, what's the first? Can we
disrespectful?
Can we?
Wait, hang on one second. Now, I have a clip here Well, it's not a clip. It's actually the whole thing, but it's from 1986 about the vanishing uh, black family.
Oh,
Now,
it ain't. Oh no, sir. I know you ain't got the whole thing because if you finna get ready to play anything
no,
from
no,
it,
no, no.
you're
I'm
gonna
not.
play a
I'm not
clip.
gonna. I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Right, because you say, well, no, it's the whole thing. Because if it's the whole thing, you talking about over an hour worth of material.
Yeah, let me show you. Can you see that right there? It's like an hour and 31 minutes, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna go into all of this right now. Is this the clip you talking about? Is this
Nah,
the one?
nah, I
This
gotta.
ain't the one
No,
because I believe
What,
this.
what,
I believe this
no,
is the one.
it is the one if it's the one, but I don't recognize this blue thing on the. So move it to just a screen. Yeah, that's the one.
You recognize this?
Yeah, Timothy,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I remember. I know all
Mm-hmm.
of them. Yeah, yeah. Timothy, I ain't gonna stop my pleasures for another woman. Yeah, all these
Mm-hmm.
women, yeah, doing they yeah, uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch that, you'll see how much of a lie it is that women just left or just kicked the man
I'm
out.
sorry. You can't. Okay.
You
Now
breaking up.
what you say? I don't think
You
this
breaking
is
you breaking up.
yeah, you
okay.
breaking up real bad.
Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the can hello?
Com check.
I can hear
Com
you.
check.
We can hear you now.
I can hear you
Loud and
now.
clear.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it has
Okay.
something to do
Now,
with you bringing that up on the screen.
yeah, it probably did because they like to flag stuff. Um, they like to flag that kind of stuff. So that's not the clip. I mean the video that I wanted to show, but this one is very very important as well. Now, what do you say about the women in these same clips? Now, 1986, because
Mm-hmm.
there's several that came up. What would
Mm-hmm.
you say to the ones that say, "Oh, I want a baby. I'd rather have a baby, but not a man.
Yeah,
I don't need a man.
because
But I can do this right here all by myself."
sir, that
What's the
Is
was
this
point in
the
that?
answer to my question,
sir,
or we moved on?
1986. What happened in 1973 to get them to that point? Right? See, that's the problem. We want to look at the effect and not the cause. By the time it got to 1986, because CBS had already done a report in 1973.
But
The
see,
first
that's my point.
no. Because by the time it got here, males had been already left and knocked
Bum.
these. Sir, the majority of men was bums in this damn artificial environment. Come on. You want to get rid of you want to ignore the laws and the stripping of the rights of black folks, and you think that the woman is not affected by this environment. The male was pushed into his lowest animalistic nature because by nature, the only thing that y'all do is screw and procreate. That's it, right? So in these artificial environments that black folks was cramped into, that's what the male did to the women. In 1968, the woman was like, this man knocked his wife up with so many kids that he didn't know how to stop having kids, that he just left. He didn't know how to stop having kids after he'd have knocked her up with about 13 kids, so he just left.
Oh, were they married?
Yes, they were
Mm-hmm.
married, right? So
Mm-hmm.
let's cut this lie that y'all want to keep telling out, okay? The fact of the matter is, by the time it got to 1986, the girls had already been aware and conditioned to see that men don't even play a role in the house. All they do is knock up and leave. By 1986, this was the conditioning. I don't understand why y'all got they let y'all have microphones and y'all don't even know how to righteously judge. You don't know how to analyze data. You just out here saying the same old cookie cutter stuff so you can boost your ego. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. There is no morality at the lowest end in the lower nature. You cannot trap people in an artificial environment like that, because what you're dealing with is Universe 25 on steroids. And when John Calhoun did that Universe 25 experiment, the mice recklessly behaved the same way, and they forgot how to be mice because they were taken out of a natural environment. Right? So if you gonna be righteous, then you need to elevate your conversation and stop acting like you some righteous preacher who know what you're talking about, because clearly you don't, because you're excluding so many pieces of valuable information just to push a lie of a narrative. Women are human. They are human beings, contrary to the way y'all want to paint them. And they were in these artificial environments that stripped their humanity away. And they did the best that they knew how to do. Now, in 2023, we have new information. We have more education. We have more understanding of the makeup of artificial systems and human nature. And the only way you talking about them choosing quote unquote Pookie and Ray Ray in 68, 73, and 86, when they didn't have no knowledge, and when they didn't even have the freedom to move outside of the confounds of a cramped in environment. Come on, be righteous in your judgment. So now y'all want women to choose better, because we talking about now you can't do nothing about the past. Now we got information where women can choose better, and choosing ain't to give the male who thinks he the right one, because all y'all think y'all the right one. You know why? Because you are programmed by your biology to compete with other males to be chosen. That's y'all's nature. I'm not teaching women to operate on y'all program. I'm teaching women to operate on their program, and they have a right to choose, and they don't have to be coupled with y'all. You don't get to say, I'm the right one, he the wrong one. No, because that's y'all nature. All y'all gonna say that. She needs to know how to choose, and most of y'all ain't supposed to get chosen. Hence why I got the game, 41 Shades of Men. Now, if you really want them to choose better, you wouldn't have no problem with me giving them the game.
No, please do give it to them, because I want women to choose better. I don't want women to be pookie pickers and loser
So
choosers.
why are we here?
Exactly. Why we here?
Because y'all are looking at the title, you're looking at the thumbnail. I want
No,
women to choose.
I'm listening to what you're saying. Why
I
are we
want,
here?
ma'am. If you apparently, well, I know you probably haven't looked at any of my content, right? But my goal is for women to choose better,
I got your
and me
goal. You were
and
on her
men to,
show. I
and I
saw
want
it.
men. I'm not finished. And men need to choose better too, right? We all need to choose better, and we're better off together than we are apart. My goal is to find a common ground between the extreme where Princella is and then where I'm at. You understand what I'm
Can
saying?
I ask you a question?
Because the fact of the matter is this, is that the black community is in shambles. Our forefathers, they did much better. They did much better with less, and we're doing so much worse when we got so much more. You understand what I'm saying? And y'all can say whatever it is that y'all want in the comments. Y'all don't know me, and I don't know.
Can I?
I don't know y'all either. I think. Hang on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Char Willie, go ahead and ask your question. You just asked something in the back chat. Go ahead and say that out loud.
Yes, I was asking, you said that you wanted the guys to and the women to get together. So I was going to ask, can we have a list of these guys? Can we have a panel, ask them some questions? Because you said they're good guys. A lot of women don't find that. So we as
Mm-hmm.
women, we can pick that out.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a list of guys
What
to
do you
meet?
mean? What do you mean? You
You
can
said
pick that out.
you said that you work with guys and these guys are good and they're up I think you said the top tier or some term you used.
Up here, not down
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Okay. So those guys that's up there, can we meet some of those guys on your channel or whatever channel you guys choose to use, and we can talk to them because we haven't seen these guys. We haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen them. We don't know what they look like, and especially if you can gather more than two.
You said you don't know what they look like.
No, we haven't seen them. We haven't seen a lot of them. So if you can just get two together, I mean, that'll be great to see two in one spot.
I can get several of them together. I got a lot
Okay.
of them.
Now I'll hold you to that now.
Now, let me say this. All things energy or whatever. Can the manosphere men get new talking points? No, we can't get new talking points. And let me tell you why. First of all, I don't consider myself to be a part of the manosphere. Okay. If Fresh and Fit is manosphere, I don't want to be associated with those clowns at all. Cause I mean, come on, Princella, you agree with me for something. Fresh and Fit are some clowns. Can we agree on that?
Baby, I agree with you at the beginning, at the gate, but I agree with you that they clowns. I thought we had already agreed on
They
that.
are absolutely clowns. So yes, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Princella, I don't know what your schedule look like, but what we oh Amber Alert. Sorry, y'all. Excuse me. What we can do is I'm willing to come back Thursday. I'm
I
willing to come. I'm willing. I don't know what your schedule is, Priscilla. What you got going on?
Oh, I'm busy the rest of the week and next week, so it's gonna have to be the week after next because I'm gonna be out of town. So, yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to uh, uh Priscilla and I will definitely be in touch, right? Uh, and what I'm going to do is right here next week, same place, same time, same channel. I am going to bring up some of the men that are in my circle, some of the men that say the same things. And the reason why I say we can't get new talking points is because men have been saying a lot of these things for years. I remember me and some of my homeboys having some of these same conversations when we were 18. I'm in my mid 30s now. You understand what I'm saying? So no, we can't come up with new talking points.
Well, that means you're saying that people can't drop bad thoughts and learn and expand and grow and develop. Because hold
So
on, don't hold
go
on.
ahead.
You asked me to let you finish, so I did.
Go ahead.
You say your point, your goal is that we meet somewhere in the middle. And from the woman's standpoint, we're saying we've been across the line for so long. We now pulling back. We going back on our side. We done. It's over. Like we're gonna live this life how we choose to do it. Okay. Whether it's single, you know, however, she couples with somebody and they raise their kids. I mean, shit, white women creating mommunes right now. Like
Creating
it's
what?
like a commune, mommunes. A group of women get together and they raise their kids in the same household. So they have that support for whatever reason they became single mothers. Okay, so what I want you to know is this is not just a black people conversation. Women are starting to come to these realizations all over the place. And we have said, as a species, as us as women, like enough is enough. Like we played that game, just like we keep saying we played the white man's game. We played y'all game. It ain't benefiting us. Every 5 hours, a black woman's killed in this country, and the number is going down. You holding your eyes open, but it's true. 1 in 3, it was probably 1 in 5, 1 in 6 at one point, but it's closer to 3 and 4 now. Women have been raped at least one time in their life, and all men swear they don't know anybody who would violate a woman. It's just like y'all just refusing to let go of the fairy tale or the convenient, not looking at what is happening with actual people in the world. It's like you want us to we keep using our imagination to keep dealing with y'all and not see what's right here in our face. The only way we're going to come to that is a critical mass of these so-called good guys are able to make a difference with the men who y'all calling Pookies and Ray Rays. We have given up the fight. We're not trying to hold the door open no more. And that's the part that I think, you've been on this running on a treadmill tonight to get us to see it from your way, but it's more of the same stuff that women said we are not going to put up with or listen to anymore. So the conversation, truthfully, is not with us. You need to be having.
Mm. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with some of the things you're saying. So here's my goal, and I really want y'all to hear me
And
on
if it
this.
came to a, hold on, let me say this last thing. If it came to a point where there was a front line of men who could get that, and it began to have a trickle effect out in the world, then conversations like you trying to have, or what you want to have, or what your goal is, your heart's desire, could be a potential. But right now, the way things are, we are just the fallout of all that stuff from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. You can't blame us now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have kids. I've never been married, and that was by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Because at age of 9, I looked out at my environment, was like, damn this shit. Like, seriously. Even the ones trying to hold on to their nuclear family in my family was some bullshit. No,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. And I've been very happy living my life by myself.
Yeah,
It's
and that's fine if that's what you want to do. That's
right, but
That's
you
absolutely
but
fine.
that's what
telling women that that's not what they want.
and we keep
Well,
saying that that's what we do want. And a lot of women are coming to that conclusion. The male needs women to survive. So y'all are the only trying to manipulate us so that y'all can have what y'all want. And it don't matter what we want. And so the only thing that we can do is stop talking to y'all, which is the reason
mm,
why I tell my ladies, don't even go to these platforms. Stop listening to y'all, stop talking to y'all, because y'all don't care about nothing more than what y'all want. Right. And y'all will create a whole picture that'll make y'all selves the victims and you make the woman the enemy. So it's cool that y'all can do that, but y'all gonna see, because as this book, I'm telling you, this gonna be a number 1 seller. It already is. Y'all just got to see it. Women are going to find out who y'all are at the core, and a lot of women in mass. And baby, I got them young. I just had a 17-year-old girl reach out to me who been and don't even want to deal with y'all. To
oh,
say
that's so
no,
sad.
no, it ain't.
It
Because the,
is.
the nature of feminine energy is to protect and provide. And one thing I'm gonna do is protect these babies from these predators. You say that they ain't choosing right, right? But y'all
Right.
at the same time, you want them to go out and make a mistake with males who you know are out to get these girls. You know that.
No, no,
They want them,
no,
they
no.
want they want them naive, they want them impressionable, and then they want to turn around and point the finger when they get to a point where they don't have the same sexual influence over y'all. So guess what? I'm gonna do what y'all ain't gonna do, and I'm gonna protect women from these predators. They don't need you to survive, y'all need them to survive. You just want to suck on them and control them. What you need to be doing is competing and controlling other men, but y'all don't want to play in that arena. That's y'all's jurisdiction. Competing and controlling other men. Your job ain't to control women, but that's what you want to do. And I'm going to let it be known that that ain't the job of a woman, and they better not ever let y'all control nothing that they doing. But in order for them to do it right, they need to have the wisdom so that they ain't out here just jumping from every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Because the true freedom is the ability to keep their legs closed and to reject the majority of you. And that's what I'm teaching them. So we shouldn't have no issue.
Now, I agree with you there.
Right.
I agree with you wholeheartedly there because I think that I think that part of the problem is here is that just I do have some of the same talking points, but I am not a part of the manosphere. You understand what I'm saying? So women, the power is in the ability to, like you said, keep your legs closed and not to give your body away to just anybody, right? You have to pick a man, somebody that's worthy, right? Because let's just be honest. At 17 years old, uh, she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what's happening. So it might be a good thing that she has somebody to put her up under their wing. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But what I don't want to happen is to teach women from young to be by themselves.
Because
To not be by themselves and be in a community with
of
just
women.
women. We
Right?
are better off together
No,
than we
y'all.
are separate.
No.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
nature of a listen. The nature of a male is to need a woman. You don't want that because it takes y'all's idea of protecting y'all self and your own survival. Let me tell y'all again. I am not teaching women to lower themselves to help you survive. And y'all don't get to say who is and who ain't worthy. Well, I'm worthy. I'm the right man. No, you don't get to say that. The woman needs to be educated on the nature of a man and y'all strengths and weaknesses. And I know that the male's weakness is loneliness. That is not the weakness of a woman. Hey, breakups, y'all have physical pain. The male experiences physical pain through a breakup. That don't happen to women. Women don't suffer mental illness like males do from being alone. So this gaslighting and projecting y'all's own fears onto women, that's gonna stop. That's why I come up with the research, because women need to stop listening to y'all about being lonely, because that ain't her problem. That's y'all problem. But the way y'all treat women, that shit's gonna stop, because you will respect what you need. And I'm gonna make them know that y'all need them like you need air, because only that way will y'all respect what you have access to. The government gave you access to women that y'all shouldn't have had access to. If you earned these women and was afraid to lose them, then you would treat them better. But y'all ain't never gonna treat these women better. And so until they learn who you are and reject you. And once that happens, then the majority of you that get a woman will act like you got some sense. Y'all ain't acting like you got no sense because you got too much freedom and you think women are disposable, and they not. They're not. The planet needs women. Life depends on women. And y'all
I
act
agree.
like it don't. But y'all act like it don't. So I'm gonna make y'all some proud simps. I'm gonna make men proud simps, because I'm gonna take these women off the shelf. See, y'all ain't gonna like what I'm doing. See, y'all done messed up, because y'all done let an intelligent one come. You done let a charismatic one come up out here. I'm gonna take these women off the shelf. And when I do, you got one or two options. You either get your damn act together or you perish. Because your issues as a man is not the issues of a woman. Women are social, y'all are not. Women need other women. They don't need y'all. Dying alone is y'all's issue. And I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna drum it in their head. And they can have their friendships and their social groups, and y'all ain't gotta never be a factor. So if you want access to that heaven, you're gonna work for it. And you're gonna respect it when you get it. If you get it. You get it.
I mean, I got it.
Right. Okay,
No. Give me 1 second. So this thing, and I'm gonna go here. People that watch my channel know. Oh, not all. Okay, so we understand that not all women are out here acting a straight up menace out here in these streets. We know that all women are not looking for a man to pay all of their bills. We know that not all women are gold diggers. We know that not all women want to use up a man for everything that he has, right? However, you speak as if these men are an absolute. I hate this term. That don't even make sense. But what I wanted to convey earlier before I forget my thought is that my goal, and it's coming soon. My goal is to help men be the best version of themselves so that they can be the men that women say that they want. That's my goal. And there's some things coming down the pipeline to where you're absolutely right. Men need training. Men need to see what a man looks like because you can't be a man unless you've seen a man in action, right? So my goal is to see one, do one, and teach one. I've seen it, right?
Can I ask
And
you a
I'm
question?
doing it.
I
Let me
have a
finish.
question too.
Let me finish. Let me finish my
Okay.
thought. I've seen it. I'm doing it right now. And I want to teach other brothers how to do it, right? I want women to choose better. I want men to choose better, right? I am in the process. As a matter of fact, it's called Operation Row, reclaiming our ROM, reclaiming our men. And then I want to do Operation Row, reclaiming our women, so that we can be suitable for each other. Men have to do better. I've been saying this since the beginning,
Can I
right?
ask you? No, I want to ask. I'm serious. I want to ask you a question.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think? Do you think I got masculine energy?
Yeah, a little bit.
No. It's
I
cool.
don't think I don't. Now, let
No,
me say
no.
this.
Go ahead, baby.
Let me say this. You do have some masculine energy. I don't think that you have the masculine energy of what you showed me earlier, talking about some Zaddy P. I don't. You're not that masculine. Come on now.
Hold on, baby. Hold on,
Come
baby.
on.
Hold on, baby. Because here's the thing. Listen, you say you want to develop men
Mm,
to be what women like. I want you to know women like a motherfucker like me, right? Because I possess all of the character traits that these hypothetical men or these imaginary men should carry. See, baby, I got charisma. I got
yeah.
intensity. I got
Mhm.
personality, baby. I got drive, hustle, and all that, baby. See, that come from within, right? Right? That come from within. And don't let me be able to don't let me be able to lick that peach cobbler like it ain't nothing, baby. Y'all done, right? You done. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you because what they like is the characteristics that I possess, right? See, you ain't got to be no lame. See, y'all don't know how to
It,
do it. No. JD, the male don't know how to do it because he either on one extreme, one side of the extreme or another one, right? See,
okay.
y'all don't know how to be charismatic. You don't know how to be intense and gentle at the same time. You don't know how to be truthful. You don't know how to actually
That
be
part.
genuine and giving, right? You don't know how to do that. And you damn sure don't know how to grab her by her hair and bend her over and caress her motherfucking body without killing her, feeling her, without her feeling like she finna get assaulted. You don't know how to do that. And JD, I don't think you can teach none of these dudes how to do that. So yeah. You see me as Zaddy P. You see me as Queen P. You see me as everything that the majority of these suckers could never be. And they mad. And they mad. You can't teach them, JD. You can't teach them to ever be what a woman want, because that they have to come from within, baby. And they ain't got it. Simple as that. They
Oh
ain't got
boy.
it.
Oh boy. My
That
lord. My lord.
what? What? Don't hate
Princella.
the player, hate the game, baby.
I'm not hating the player, Princella, but this is the thing though, and we gonna get ready to wrap this up because we got some work to do. But here's the thing, Princella, the type of man that you talking about, I don't know those jokers. You understand what I'm saying?
You talk about
Because
no, you talk
because
about you
because
gonna teach these men to do better. Who you gonna
yeah,
teach?
yeah, but see, I don't. Those men are not in my circle. The ones that they need to be in my circle, they need to be up under some real men. You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that black men have to do better at teaching other black men. You understand what I'm saying? And the same men that these women say that they want, I'm here to teach men to be that man. But Princella, those women have to be the women that those men want as well. It's not just one sided.
Baby, here's the thing. You know, I do personal development. I run a book
Mm-hmm.
club, right? And my
Mm-hmm.
personal development, baby, no male can even touch what the hell I do. Okay. And so women in exponential speed are growing to be. See, I'm not teaching women to be concubines and slaves. That just ain't what it's gonna be. And so it don't matter what a male want, because guess what? People in hell want ice water.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all men live in hell. You already said it at the beginning of the show. Man, I wrote this book to teach y'all how, right? Practically to get out of hell, right? That's basically it. So here's the thing. People in hell want ice water, and I'm teaching women to be that ice water that these thirsty suckers in hell want but can't get. And it don't matter. So here's the thing. You said that the women like Pookie and Ray Ray. Well, it's something about Pookie and Ray Ray that attract women, this charismatic thing. Listen, you can't teach a lame how to be charismatic, right? Now, you just can't teach a lame how to be charismatic. I ain't no lame, baby. Right?
I disagree with that.
Shit.
So
Yeah, no, I disagree with that.
All right, well, you can disagree all you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see the results. Let's just look at your results in the next year and let's look at mine. Let's look at your results and let's look at mine. Okay. So we can do that if you want to do it, because it seems, because the reality is
Whoa,
it
whoa,
look,
come back, Coach Doug. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, because see what it looked like is that there's an unspoken competition here. All right. And the manosphere, not necessarily you, but the manosphere and me, we running for the same ear. They want women's ear and I want women's ear, because ain't nobody really talking to men. Don't nobody give a damn about males, because guess what? Everybody know that males don't listen to shit. You know, Galileo said you can't teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself. Then what Mark Twain said, it's hard to convince the average man of anything, right? So here's the thing. And Jordan Peterson, that's why he crying for men. That's why he all over the internet crying. Can't nobody talk to men. Everybody try to talk to women and compete for women's ear, right? So I'm just gonna say this. Let's see your results in making these dudes charismatic, okay, and developing them into the men that women want. And then we gonna see in a year where women are listening to me, okay? Men are in trouble. I'm just telling you. Their ass is in trouble.
Mm-mm. Well, we're gonna collaborate. We're gonna collaborate even
can I
more.
say something about the personal development you
Yes,
mentioned?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go
Okay.
ahead, please.
So you are from the standpoint of that you want to develop men so they can be the type of men that you say women say they want. And you got a woman that just sat here and told you the type of characteristics and things of a man that women want,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't even hear what she said.
No,
The
I
second
heard what you
the
said.
second thing is that you're saying you want to develop men, and I just said it, to basically be able to attract women, get women, or be the type of man that a woman wants. And Princella is saying she's developing women for themselves. You see how them two things don't even hold the same amount of weight and don't even sit on the same playing field?
Yeah, because we have a bit of a different goal.
Well, right. But see, the one that's more powerful is the person that does something for themselves versus the root of what you trying to develop men for is to get someone else or to get something else. When you personal develop, that has nothing. I want to stress this. Nothing, zero, zilch, nada to do with another human being. Your personal development is for the air you breathe. Your personal development is for the life you live, whether you with somebody or you not. Even if a couple is married, a woman should develop herself for herself. The husband, if he chooses to do so, should be developing himself for himself. You don't got single men out there developing themselves with the idea of this gonna get me a woman. This gonna get me a woman. You see how that's desperation and codependency.
No, 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 no. That's not.
It is.
because let me
Because what
explain.
happens if they don't get it?
Well, let me
Now they
explain.
mad.
Well, let me explain. Because if men would work on themselves, then more of them would and could get the outcomes that they want. I just believe that you all that don't want any parts of a man, don't want to be a man. I believe that y'all are a small minority of the minority. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you ask most men want to be married and want families, right? Most women
Ain't what
want
y'all
family.
say.
Most women want children and want to be family and want to have families, right?
No.
Yes. If you take the
Well, like
poll,
she said, when
if
the
you take the polls,
when the
if you
handles are taken off of women, they go for the education
when
and
the
their
what
resources.
when the
When
what
the handles,
I don't understand what you mean by that.
patriarchy,
When the
men,
control, when the
when the
controls
controls.
are taken away, women show you what they want to do and they prioritize their education, traveling, and their friendships. As a matter of fact,
Right.
Myron said that in his book, Why Women Deserve Less, that when they poll women, men ranked number 7 for what women wanted. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So here's the thing.
Myron is a clown.
No, but here's the thing. Okay, listen, check this out. A lot of the women who follow me, they wanted men at one point. They wanted relationships at one point. After listening to me, guess what happened? Especially with women who done bought my book and read it. They don't want that anymore. You know why? Because the truth will set you free. And this idea of a nuclear family and a monogamous exclusive relationship, baby, that is a creation that ain't real. The male has the most difficult time trying to control his sex drive, and he'll get bored after banging the same punani over and over and over again. You know that's the truth. So you know he's more likely to go and what, quote unquote, cheat. This relationship dynamic is not even real. Okay. So when women find out the truth, guess what? They don't want it no more.
All right,
I'm telling women the truth. Go ahead,
can I
sir.
interject? Can you hear me?
Come
All right,
on,
what's up,
coach.
y'all? I just jumped in. I never seen your channel before, brother. I somehow I stumbled across this. But so if I understand, you said after women watch you or after they read your book, they don't want men anymore.
Mhm. They don't
That
want
sounds
these
like,
They don't want these relationships no
you know
more.
what that sounds like to me, an attack on the black community. To me personally.
Can I say
Uh
something about that?
Wait,
well,
let him
can I,
finish. Let him
yeah,
Okay.
finish.
Okay.
I'm just getting in. Women, so I think you said something about men's place on the earth or something like that earlier. Women, do women not bear kids, bear children?
Oh,
Are
that's right. You just
are
came
women?
in. You just
Yeah, yeah.
came in. Okay, so we had we
I'm
already
just okay.
answered
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm gonna be quick with it. Women are here to bear children. Women bear children, correct?
What I'm saying is, I'm
You
saying,
said the world cannot move forward without women. That's what you said.
sir, you
I'm a
just came,
PhD.
you just
Okay.
came in, right?
The
So I'm trying.
world.
No,
I get what you're
Coach
saying.
Good talk.
I
Let him
get what you're
talk.
saying,
He's
but you said
asking a question.
the
He's asking a
world. No,
question,
no.
but won't let
It
me
was it was
clarify and make
it
sure that
was
I understand where he's
it was
coming from.
a rhetorical. It was a rhetorical. I'm sorry. I get you got a big dick, but you can put it away right quick for me,
Okay.
just for a
Okay.
moment. You got a big dick.
Okay.
You just
What
said
Okay.
what
You
you
gonna
No,
just
because
check that?
she just said she had a
You
big
gonna
dick. She
check that?
literally just said it
no.
a minute ago.
Okay.
I
Cause
So
you
heard
got
it.
married,
I'm
JD.
gonna
Now
drop
somebody
off.
asking where you
what
hurt.
I'm
You
gonna
gonna check
drop off.
that?
JD.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, she just said that she was
Me
a
and you,
better man than any
mute,
man. I
mute,
heard
mute
her say
him.
she's a better man than any man.
Mute him, JD, because what
All
I
right.
did say when you asked for the other people to come up, I said
All
earlier
right, homie.
that this was a
Hey, y'all take
conversation
it
that I
easy.
was, yeah, let him go, because you can't have a conversation with somebody like that. Okay. And this is, and I don't even do those conversations, right? If your ego hurt, I don't give a fuck. I'm just letting you know I don't give a fuck.
my
Right?
ego ain't
Not
hurt.
not you. I'm talking about the dude who just left. I don't give a fuck. Okay. All right. So what was you gonna say, Nevada?
Y'all wasn't even gonna let my man talk though.
No, because no, he asked a question. He asked me a question. And when I went to ask him about the question. He wasn't even trying to hear. He just kept over talking. But you asked me a question. And so once I saw him do that 3 times, that was it. There's nothing to say to this because this guy is already shut down in his mind because he just has a triggered response. He heard something that triggered a response. It ain't even about a conversation. And I'm not finna waste my time on nobody like that, right? Because I can stay in my little cubby hole like I fucking do, right? So what was you gonna say, Nevada?
Child, I don't even remember. that was just like uncalled for, right? Because I don't know if he was here from the beginning, and to come in and ask that question and then make that statement is just like he took everything in a whole other direction. Now, this is basically going back to what Princella is talking about with the science of the male brain and testosterone. He had to try to take down that threat versus being an intellectual person to come into a conversation. He asked her a question and then wouldn't let her answer. He had no intention of letting her answer the question because his ego felt attacked. And that is why we keep saying, y'all ask us what we want, we tell you what we want, and then nobody listens. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Make it make sense.
Well, they actually listen. They
What?
just don't agree with it.
Here's the
Correct.
thing. But here's the thing. I know and deal with
Okay,
men.
I'm sorry. I know what I was going to say now. I apologize.
Go ahead.
Okay, so well, I think I had asked you about you talking about the higher levels of men that you that are in your inner circle. And by all accounts, when you say not all men, you in your mind are referring to that small group of men who may have had like some higher education or they've had some successes in life. By all appearances on the outside, they have it quote unquote together. If you're talking about the women getting at the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Dusties and they choosing them, what is it you have in place that's supposed to connect to them? Because you keep wanting to separate yourself from them.
Mm-hmm.
When she's telling you there ain't no way possible for you to separate yourself from them because it's male nature. You got Dusties at the top and you got Dusties at the bottom. Like Ken Billion say, a nigga gonna nig. Okay. I don't know how you plan on getting around that because it hasn't been, if that's the case, it hasn't been many men that can stoop down low and pull them up. I mean, you got a brilliant mind like Mark Twain and Galileo saying you can't teach a man nothing. They got to learn it by trial and error. So my thing is also, what is the problem with women who want to put their focus on developing themselves? No matter if it take a year, it take 2 years, it take whatever. And back to the guy who had came in, he said when women listen to you and read your book, they don't want men anymore. What y'all not getting is that women who do find Princella, here is what the most common thing they've all said. I always knew this and I thought I was crazy. I always felt like da 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 da. What do I need them for? Why am I going through this? What's this? What's that? Blah, blah, blah. But when you in a society who keeps telling you men are the leaders, men are the this, get married, have kids, you will help me, you are this, you are that, blah, 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 you start to squash who you are as a person. But to have somebody just like literally pull the smoke screen down and you just see it, and you tell yourself, I know I ain't been crazy through my teens, through my 20s, through my 30s, at what the fuck's going on out here. So that's what she means by that. Now there's women that come in and be like, you know what? Yep, your book just put it right there. Everything I needed to know, I don't want to mess with them no more. But it's been women, millions and legions of them throughout their life, felt something was off with these power dynamics in these relationships. the shitty ass shoe they always get put on their neck. You know, something happens, they gave everything to a man, he don't want to be there no more, she's out on the street with kids. Because that's one of the number one reasons why women and children become homeless. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out what, like you never answered this question before. Why are men or you or your talking point just trying to convince us that we don't see and experience what the hell it is we seeing and we're experiencing? And I don't want you to separate yourself from it, because like I said, a Pookie and a Rayway make $1 million and a Pookie and a Rayway working at McDonald's, period.
Well, that doesn't even make sense.
It
But
does. It's the
here
mindset, it's the mentality, it's your nature, it's what
yeah,
happens when you get confronted. It's what happens when you decide, I don't want this model no more, I'm gonna go get that one.
model.
It
Okay,
does make sense. So you're telling me that women growing up through all their life out in the background is like, something ain't right here. I'm doing what they telling me to do. I'm being the type of woman they telling me to be. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm raising the kids, I'm trying to, help him out, this, that, and the other, but she still gets shit on. But that's not something that just every woman who's come and talked to her, cried or whatever, has said, I knew I wasn't crazy.
Okay, and you want me to answer, what was your question again?
My question is, why is it, and I said it, you or the legion of men who want to keep saying it's not what it is, and women are telling you what it is from what they see, what they heard and experienced. Bro, I told you, 9 years old, I looked out at my environment, was like, yeah, no, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, before I start to answer this question, what kind of environment did you grow up in, you personally?
Specifically what? Single mother, she was married,
Mm-hmm.
she got divorced. I have 2 brothers, I got uncles, I got cousins, I got the women that they married into the family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to pigeonhole me into one thing, because there's a spectrum of people of all varieties within a family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is your point, and why you can't just answer the question?
Well,
Because I asked you the question regardless. I mean, we got women who are real estate agents and lawyers who are following her, who came from 2-parent households or who came from whatever. You got to stop doing that.
okay, so I'm trying to answer the question.
So before you answer my question, you come from a 2-parent household?
Well, yes, but my father passed away.
Okay. Did your mother remarry?
No, she did not.
How many girlfriends you had before your wife?
A few.
Okay.
Several. But I mean,
They were
I don't
all
really
gold
count.
diggers, or they were like trying to get at what you have. And I'm doing that because that's what y'all do to us.
No, I'm welcoming it. Now, you said, did they do what now?
I was gonna be smart ass, but I didn't.
I mean, you can be
I'm good. No, I'm serious.
You can do that all you want, but I'm
no.
genuinely trying to answer your question.
I understand, and that's why I didn't. Okay.
Cause see that the thing
That's
about
why I didn't.
I got you. I mean, I'm just saying the thing about me is that I'm really, really, truly trying to help people. You understand what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Nobody is discounting your experience.
Not just
Nobody.
mine. I didn't say just mine. I'm talking. I listened from the time Princella got on TikTok, from the time that she was on Clubhouse, to YouTube, on Facebook, the book club. I support her on everything she does. But what I'm saying is, it's not just me. And I listen to the new women as of just Sunday coming in to her environment. Okay. in saying the same thing. You talk about you and your boys had the same talking points and you was 18. Oh, why we can't get along? Why we can't? But the women are like, why do I always get hurt? I listen to these femininity coaches and these women like, oh, you gotta be this and you gotta be that. Yeah, tried all that. Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, have you ever heard women say that there are no good men? Have you ever heard women say that?
Is this the answer to my question?
I'm getting ready to answer your question.
Okay.
Have you ever heard that?
I have.
Okay.
I'm play along.
Okay. Nobody is discounting the experiences that women have had. Here's the thing.
But I'm also I'm telling I don't
I'm
want
trying
you
to whoa. Let me stop you right there. I'm trying to
but I
answer
got a
your question.
feeling you're trying to separate.
No, I'm not trying to.
Okay. Go ahead.
Ma'am, I'm trying to answer your question.
Okay.
Okay. Again, nobody is trying to discount what you've gone through, what any woman is going through, right? The thing of what I'm trying to teach other people, men and women alike, right, is to look for those red flags so that you can get out of that situation before you even have to deal with it. So that
That's what you're doing.
ma'am. But I'm of the opinion that Princella is doing this to get women by themselves.
So,
I'm doing. Let me finish. I'm trying to answer your question, man. I'm doing it from the standpoint of we're better off together than we are separate. Now, I've also said it on this channel before. Part of being a real man, a real leader in the community is not to discount your woman, not to say that her opinion doesn't matter, not to say that her body doesn't matter, because a true man that is a protector of his family, of his woman, he should be not only protecting her physically, financially, but he should be protecting her spiritually, emotionally, and mentally as well. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
That's what I'm trying to teach men. I don't listen to clowns.
Why are you talking to women?
Why I'm talking to everybody. My channel is men centric, but I talk to women too because we need to get an understanding of what's going on in the heads of men and women in 2023. You understand what I'm saying? So let me finish cooking. Let me finish cooking. So instead of men saying, "Oh, I don't care about a woman's orgasm," I'm here to teach men that if you treat women right and lead properly, then you shouldn't have to beg for a woman's submission to trust you to lead the way.
But why a woman gotta submit to somebody?
Ma'am.
Sir, you talking about team and partnership. That's not a team and partnership.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, no. It is. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because men and women submit in different ways. You understand what I'm saying?
Y'all sure don't talk about the way y'all submit.
Ma'am.
Sir.
Men submit with their wallet and their leadership. Men need to take care of everything.
What is the definition of submit, JD? JD, I got man, tell me what's the definition of submit. Please tell me what that is.
Under the mission. Under the mission.
baby, listen. I'm listening. Listen, you say no, man. JD, you say you cooking. JD, baby, you say you cooking, baby. I think you know baking. I think you make a cheesecake that don't even go in the oven, baby. That
one. No, but see, here's the thing. You ladies see and hear a man talking this different stuff and not talking that BS that fresh and fit and alpha male strategies, all them talk. Y'all haven't heard a man talk like this.
Oh, right. You understand
listen, what I'm saying? So y'all, wait. So y'all laugh and y'all cackle because y'all don't know what else to do with it.
Y'all saying the same stuff. You
y'all,
say you talking just
I
like
do
Fresh and
not.
Fit.
No, I'm not. No,
Yeah,
I'm
y'all
not.
talking the same. Yeah, listen. Don't let me
Did
cut
y'all
this
not
up,
hear anything that I just said?
baby. I heard everything you just said, but listen. Let me say. Listen,
Y'all
see.
didn't hear any. Y'all didn't hear anything I just said. But what we're
Listen,
gonna do is, I gotta
Everything
put
you
my
listen.
kids
said
to
went
bed.
right back
I
to
know.
City
I
Yo,
know.
Ed.
I,
I gotta go put my kids to bed. I gotta take my kids in. I gotta
yeah,
kiss them a good night. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? They
yeah,
up waiting for daddy. Princella, you know we cool. What
yeah.
I'm gonna do is I want y'all let me see. Let me put this back up here really quickly. Let me put the Shar
Yeah.
Willie, Nevada, Stucking, and Princella. You already know we're gonna be in touch. I want y'all to keep a lookout for this channel because we about to turn it up in these next couple weeks. I'm gonna bring some of my men on, some of my fellas on. I might even be back Thursday, but y'all will see the notification when it comes. And I want y'all to come back and we're gonna talk about this some more so that y'all can see a different perspective of real men and not Pookies and Ray Rays. Because I don't want y'all to be Pookie pickers. I don't want y'all to be loser choosers.
Baby, the nature of a man is Pookie and Ray Ray. That's the
No,
nature.
ma'am.
Yes, it is. The nature of a
No,
man is
it's not.
Pookie and Ray Ray. And so and from the base of Pookie and Ray Ray, then y'all wear different
Hats,
clothes. Yeah,
clothes.
you know what I mean? So
Farrakhan said he
listen,
couldn't stop looking at the shaking booty on the TV. I
right.
mean, come on now.
It couldn't stop it. He wanted to turn, but couldn't even muster up the willpower to do it. Like, listen. I'm gonna let y'all cook, right? I'm gonna let y'all have y'all little potluck without the women, baby. Listen, cause we gonna be in our own little place, man. Y'all can talk. See, I don't believe in getting in men's conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, y'all can have y'all little shit. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that women need their own spaces and y'all need y'all. And listen, y'all can bitch whine and complain and do all this coaching with each other. But listen, the pussy is off the table. It's just that simple. I don't know what to tell you, baby, but the pussy off the table, right? I'm trying not to make them throw it all at me, okay? I'm trying to ward some of it off, baby. But hey, man, it ain't gonna work like that. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. It's a new day and age, baby. It's a new day and age.
Oh, Golden. I just got here. Is it worth staying?
Nope.
Because we about to get off of this thing. We about to get off of this thing. Shout out to y'all.
He didn't have to waste the time to type that.
Bruh.
JD, nice
Better
seeing you
not let
again.
them
Bruh.
get the truth, baby.
Bruh.
JD, it was nice seeing you again.
It was nice seeing you again too, Priscilla. I can't wait till the next time we get together.
It's gonna be good.
Can,
By the
can I
next,
can I
huh?
shoot you can I shoot you a line on Instagram again?
You can.
Because this is not even my vision for tonight's show. You understand what I'm saying? But one thing that I do not do is I'm not out to seek to bash people. So I wanted to use some of your commentary on this independent woman thing, but I wanted to give you that courtesy to let you know that I was going to be reacting to some of your content.
Oh, that's fine.
Please, you understand? So
Mhm.
yeah. Um, who said something?
No,
Let's see.
he say that Princella leading all the women to hell. Actually, I'm leading them to heaven, right? Because if I lead them into the man's direction, they gonna destroy him, right? I ain't trying to let y'all run through women. You ran through. No. Let me keep your little grubby paws off the women, okay?
I'm a
Right?
PhD.
Yeah, so I am shit. Okay. All right. But anyway, listen, they going to heaven and y'all ass can't get there. Right. That's just the bottom line. You can't get there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Nevada, do you have anything else? Any other comments you want to share?
Oh no, I'm good. I
Okay.
appreciate you having me
Shaw,
on, and thank you.
absolutely. Shaw Willie, do you have any? Am I saying that right?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. What do you have any closing thoughts?
Yes, I'm going to hold you to that research because you said it. So can you please prove it? That's all I'm asking.
Yes, I can. I can, and I will prove it.
All right.
I
I'll tune
can,
in
and I
Thursday.
will. I can, and I will. Thank you so much. Princella, I'm gonna drop y'all. Nevada, I'm gonna drop you down. Thank you so much for
All right.
joining
Take
us. Take care. Char Willie, I'm gonna drop you down now. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, Princella is just you and I now. Thank you so much for being willing to. Who worked for Verizon? I don't even have Verizon. Thank you so much for joining me, especially on short notice. Because this wasn't planned or anything, but I think it was a great discussion, and I hope we can do it again soon. So thank you so much for joining us, Princella. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down. Be looking at your inbox on Instagram, and we'll talk. Okay?
All right.
All
Thanks.
right. Thank you
All right.
so much. Good night. All right, y'all. There we have it. Woo! This was a good one tonight. This is a good one tonight. Y'all, we're going to be back. Y'all have lit a fire up under me. I am so ready to do the work. I am so ready to get pushing to help our men be better. Listen, y'all, it's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. Please do me a favor and hit the like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button if you think this is something that you want to see. Y'all, it's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. I don't care where you are. I don't care what time zone you in. I don't care what part of the world you're in, y'all. It is always, always, always summertime in NY, y'all. We out. Peace.
This is too smooth. I honestly didn't even really want to say anything on this, but that's what the people want. That's what I came here for. So we're gonna get into it. I like my coffee black, wife too. Don't turn this into no controversy. It's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it times two. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and NY. Yeah. Summertime and NY. It's too cool. Get the tops out. Summertime and NY. It fits right. Bottles over here. Summertime and NY. Summertime and NY. I'm talking 6 a.m. tea times. 18 with the mayor talking land banks. I waited for it, gotta get mine. Snag a seat up at the table if my man can't. Heading to a meeting, we're familiar with no briefcase. Just my mind in a free state. I got a plan through a vision, but it takes time. I'ma make mine. Summertime and NY. Yeah. Summertime and NY. Yeah. You know the drill by now. Summertime and NY. Get everything together, get the squad together, get the gang together. Yeah. Summertime and NY. Summertime and NY. Started in the back office, now I run the front. Call the shots, make the deals, know the deal, know what's up. Too much for the books, then I put it in a tuck. Too much for the tuck, then I give it to my love. Once I make $1 million, man, $1 million won't be enough. Watch me fake the struggle while I get it off the hush. Now it's JetBlue miles, Rolex dials, frowns turn to smiles. Summertime and NY. Now as it comes to an end. Summertime and NY, and the falls upon us. I want you to bring that energy in NY and run that thing back. Yeah. Until next year. Summertime and NY. Yeah. NY. Summertime and NY. Yeah. We gone.